What up, Wheatfield? What up, y'all's Wheat? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield, y'all. Welcome to you. If you are new, hey, welcome to YouTube. Shoulders, posture, straighten it up. This is Sunday, 12/21, 2025. And we are bringing a soulful message. Have a soulful conversation. Thank you so much for tapping in, beloved. I appreciate you. I think today, 12/21, is the new moon, and I want to say I heard that it was in the new moon of, in the sign of Sagittarius. So, oh, it was actually on Friday. So we are still in the energy of the new moon, but it was on Friday, the 19th. That's interesting. Yeah, the is in the sign of Sagittarius, marking the final new moon of 2025 and signaling fresh starts and introspection as winter approaches. 12/21. That's today. Lowest. I wonder what date. I think it's today. What date is the sun lowest in the sky? Yeah, 12/21 or 12/22. That's what I always think. When Earth's tilt is furthest from the sun, resulting in the shortest day and the longest night. This is the moment when the sun reaches its most southern point, marking the lowest arc in the sky for that hemisphere. Which means the next day, on the 22nd, the sun starts its track back to its highest point in the hemisphere, which is why we always say that 12/21 is actually the new year. So those of the sun, those who follow the sun, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. So let's get into the live. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. Thank you so much. It's something about knowing what time it is. It's something about following the sun, following the light that we're getting. Hey, Miss Monica. Hey, Special. Thank y'all so much. Yes, happy solstice. It is the new year. I know. I'm just like, it's not the new year, it's winter. But it is. If you follow the sun, it is. So it's up to you. Anywho, we welcome in the new energy. So that's what we're getting. And we were also getting grieving. Like, for some reason, like, we didn't even do too much. We put on a little bronzer, but that's it. Um, but our eyes started watering. It was like crying. I'm like, I felt like somebody was crying. And we've been getting, a lot of grief lately, 2025, with a lot of endings. So I do feel like grief, and I feel like purging, like people really going through an emotional purge. They gave us the numbers 823 and 369. They gave us the ruling planet Venus right here. So we pulled out another deck to see if Venus shows up and affirm it. So the moon is on the top of this deck. So we were just kind of think that's what it had us like, when is the new moon? It was the 19th. So new moon, sun being reborn, is at its lowest point in the hemispherical horizon today, starting its new track tomorrow. So it is a death. Like, so we can kind of say, like, the sun itself is, like, at its lowest point. When it rises, it will start to ascend again. So it's almost like the resurrection. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because 9, 13, and 9 added together is 13. That's still ending vibes. I don't know if y'all can see how the spirit is giving it to us like this. So kind of interesting, right? 832 breaks down to 13. 369 breaks down to 9. 13 and 9 breaks down to 13. And the ending 1 and 3 breaks down to 4, which breaks down to stability, right? It's like I'm seeing 4 wands. I see wands, and I also see cups. Like, it's not just like, an opportunity for stability, but for somebody, stability may be coming with endings. This could be things or people that's in your home, because Four of Wands, I'm seeing home, right? Like endings, right? I see people, I see some of them in the home. I see cups, like lost opportunities. Um, and I don't know if it's just lost opportunities or it has something to do with opportunities, lost and opportunities. Yeah. Um, I am here in Pentacles, so Four of Pentacles could also be significant. Either wanting to hold on to something, holding on, holding and on. They separated the words, like it's holding and then on. I'm seeing keeping. Somebody's keeping something. I don't know if it's control because I'm hearing control. Hmm. Maybe somebody's trying to hold on to something or somebody that's being called to end, trying to control the situation. Holding on instead of releasing. That's what we're getting, what they're telling us. Anything else? Not now. Oh wow. So let's get this. Comment general collective reading. And this is a spiritual conversation. So y'all know what it is when you enter the space. If you want to stay and hear what the spirit has to say, because we definitely getting throat chakra, like the Most High want to come through. So thank you to the AO for coming through and bringing the message onto us. um First and foremost, right, 13 in the room and number 5. It's definitely something with the number 13 that's still here. um Spirit wants to talk to us. I don't know if it's about getting comfortable with releasing and transition endings, being able to flow through them, move through them without trying to hold on, without trying to control it. Because when an ending is coming, it's coming, and there's nothing you can do about it. And resisting endings only cause you to suffer, is what we're getting. So it's definitely something about that. It could be 3 endings that's coming. Or somebody could have experienced 3 major endings. It could be 2 complete, because I'm getting that, and it's like trying to hold on for number 3. 1 is like you can't release. Like it's something in the spirit that's like, I can't let this go. Like, no. Like we already done had 2 big ones, and this third one is giving like too much. Like, I don't want to release. Like, no. Yeah, but if you right, Coach Unique, if you are able to let go and open up, you will be ready to receive. But some things are just very difficult. So let's get a little iced coffee. And there was something with this because they prepared the iced coffee yesterday. They double brewed it, let it cool off, and then we put it in the container and put it in the fridge so it'll be ready for today. 10th house is coming through, and we have the ninth and 10th houses are coming through. 10 houses saying becoming a person of power and status. Like you are going to experience some success, or it's something about being responsible. Career for somebody is important, right? And maybe you don't necessarily see where you're going and you want direction in your career or your destiny. Because what's on the top is like a need to be responsible to reach success and to maybe become a person of status. That could be the desire for somebody. We do see spiritual values. So, like we were saying, this is a spiritual conversation, right? It's something about speaking to the spirit and conversing with the spirit, right? So that they can help you release. It's like voice the hurt is what they wrote. So somebody needs to say it. What is to be shared? See? What is to be shared? Right, and we just said that the new moon is in Sagittarius, and here's we didn't just say it, we said it at the start of the message, but here's Sagittarius. So what is your highest or ideals? And Sagittarius is actually backed up with Cancer. Intuition to protect you, using your intuition, attitudes about or from the past, and things that resulted from the past, like the history. So somebody is holding on and refusing, resisting, releasing because of the connection from the past, the attitude towards the past, right? But it's something about needing to move towards your highest ideal. And that movement is giving me like the strength to release and to let go, especially things that you cannot control. Yeah, it's definitely something with relationships. Libra, and we see balance. Right, balance is being restored. It's a lot of endings so things can begin. And look, sacrifice is kind of giving like Hangman vibes, but it's like, you know, confusion, sacrificing, letting go. How do I let this go? And it's given for the creation of the greater good. Like sun energy, it is time for something to begin. And look, we talked, didn't we literally say like the resurrection of the sun, it will be reborn? Like tomorrow is like the day it starts towards its highest track in the hemisphere, December 22nd. So it's definitely something with this progression. It's like the cycle that closes, you know, things get to that very, very low point, and it's like it gets to the heaviest. Like shit has been going down, 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 and now we're at the lowest point that we could go with the sun energy, and it has to rise back up again. It starts to make its track towards the highest point. So it is something with travel and long term thinking and seeing it in a bigger type of way. Yeah, things are being called to release. It is like a downturn, but there will be a upturn soon. We like you just maybe not be able to see it, and it's something with relationships. So I pray that you hear and see what you need to hear and see to believe to be comforted on your journey. Yeah, your beliefs to see and hear what you need to believe so that you can be comforted on your journey. I'm hearing the cost for some reason. This could be like an intimate relationship. I don't know why I was getting ready to say enter. Somebody could be entering a new relationship soon, but it's something about coming out of one because it's cost associated. I'm hearing as we lay with Shirley Murdoch, so Shirley could be significant. The name Murdoch could be significant. I don't even know because her name just popped into my head. Spirit just gave it to me. But it's like as we lay, and it's a part of the song that she says we should have counted up the cost, but instead we got lost. And it's given in a second, in a minute, in an hour. So it's like getting caught in that time. And somebody could have been stubborn, you know, with Taurus the bull. You know, could have definitely been stubborn. Like we're gonna get or do what we want, and it's despite the cost of it. Using the most direct way. So somebody is very direct, very head on, very. I want what I want. I'm gonna get it. Almost feeling stubborn a little bit. Something could happen by Taurus season. I'm getting as well. So spirit might be calling somebody's attention to their ninth house and really paying attention to their spiritual values. The 10th house is also here for responsibility and success and becoming a person of power and status. So let's see. Let's get the moon energy. It's something I am seeing Venus though. She did come out and they had us write her down. So ruling planet for you could be Venus or just the influence of Venus. Third eye chakra is coming through. So awakening messages, speak to the spirit. That's what they said. They want you to have a conversation with your soul. Not that card. Which one? This one? This one? Supernova. It's giving me being charged up through the art of meditation. She feels like she's meditating. And it does feel like, you know, supernova, you know, A lot of bright light. You could be going through an explosion. You could have experienced, again, a couple of blow ups. It's giving that energy. Things where you could really be changing. I'm seeing a lot of green here, so something really affecting the heart chakra. Again, I'm picking up grief. And it says your ability to connect with the physical world and find comfort in simplicity offers you profound source of strength and resilience. It is something with the strength and resilience of Taurus, the bull that's here. And that green, again, is giving me this connection. Like having to be very strong to persevere, through all these losses in the physical realm. Yeah, probably somebody that had to be responsible, right? To hold on to your values. Things that, either you need to share with the spirit, because I'm picking up what is to be shared, that conversation you need to have. Yeah, divine feminine energy is coming through. She's still giving Venus vibes. Nurturing love, deep intuition, and creative flow are qualities of the divine feminine. May her wisdom guide you towards a life of compassion and harmony. And isn't Taurus season in the month of May? Because it's something weird why it's sticking out. For one, it's the name of a month, so it's capitalized. But it's like something in the month of May. So May 2025 could have been significant, or May 2026 for somebody can be significant. Yeah, divine masculine is coming through. This could be you balancing your divine masculine and feminine energy. It could be you coming into contact with another person. It could be a resolution with somebody else. I'm not for sure. But I mean, that could be a thing. You know what I mean? Like something that can't be released. But I was picking up as something that somebody was holding on to instead of allowing it to be released. It could be the grief over the fact that you can't resolve it, that it can't end, that it's lingering, that you have to wait for the spirit to do it. Root chakra is coming through. Embrace the divine wisdom of the root chakra and find solace in grounding. Yeah, it's definite. Dang, spirit, fire, and Jupiter. What the heck? It's a lot with this red and blue that's coming out right now. It's something with the energy that just switched. And whatever this is, the blue and the red is giving like it's affecting the heart. It could be the pressure that somebody is up underneath. It's giving explosive because we said supernova, like explosive, and the cards exploded out of my hands. It seemed like at least twice. Like, what the heck? Saturn and Earth. Look, Taurus. Taurus and Venus. Taurus and Venus. I knew something like, what is this? Because they wrote Venus on the paper. We said that. See Venus. And we see Taurus and Venus. Right? That's so crazy. Wow. Michael is so dumb. Michael Thornton says, another sandwich maker with cards. I don't even eat sandwiches like that. Well, I did have a corned beef sandwich, but I didn't make it. DoorDash did. Oh, people are funny. Let's get him out of there. You can go bye-bye. Love you, Michael Thornton. You're so precious. Sound like a Transformer? Which one? Megatron or Optimus Prime? I like Bumblebee because my clairaudience, they speak to us in music, so it comes through like Bumblebee's radio where like pieces of songs pop in. That's funny. Anywho, back to the message. Right? Taurus, Venus coming through. And that's what we were getting. Venus, they wrote on the pad. They channeled it already. And so here she is. And we were getting that energy with the divine feminine. And then here's Taurus, the bull. And we said something could happen in May season or the month of May, right? And Taurus. No, no, Coach, unique. What did you say? Did I see your comment? I've got sunshine on a cloudy day when it's cold outside. I've got the month of May. Clock it. What? Okay. That is so funny. You know what? It's all about alchemy though, and we've been talking about receiving energy because some people just be on like some weird ish, right? Like people, it's the thumb thugging age, right? Everybody feel like they could just jump into a space and just be like gangster with it and be rude and all of this stuff. How do you manage that in these platforms? Like if you are presenting, you have to be able to change that energy and flip it. Help people understand like that's just ridiculous. If you're not interested, why are you wasting your time just being mean? There's other things that you could do with that energy. Yeah, fire. Why come in somewhere and just be mean and start issues for a reason? I could do something with that energy. We could flip it. Anything that happens is a part of the message. That's in my opinion. So sometimes we get a little angry and be like, check out a little bit. Y'all know how it go. But today we not on that. It's like no. Four of Pentacles. We understand how to control our energy. We can flip it and make it work for us. Thank you to the Most High God. Yeah, it's just the little kiddos that be up there just doing shit. We mark the videos. It's over 18, but some parents don't pay attention, and kids know how to get around things. They definitely do. Okay, they be done hell made up a whole, persona, fake years and all that shit, fake email, and they know how to do it. Aura. Again, I'm getting something with the red, blue, green, yellow. It could be somebody needs to realign their chakra system because I'm seeing red, I'm getting sacral, I'm getting root, sacral. I don't see solar. So the will and the drive and the fire, I mean, like that energy, uh, it's kind of here with Venus, sacral, solar vibes. Blue, throat chakra, third eye. There's no understanding. Where is the understanding? There's a misunderstanding. That's why Spirit said you need to go in and meditate and talk to the Spirit. It's a lot of things that you need to voice. You may feel like it's been a lot of perseverance. I had to get through a lot of stuff, a lot of hard endings, at least two major ones. The little bitty incidentals, I feel like they just roll off your back, like they just fall off your shoulder, nothing too big. But it's two big ones that haven't. It's like, okay, I took that hit, boom, and then, okay, get going, get stable, like, boom, take another hit, and it's like, shit, like, kind of knock the wind out of you. And now this last one is like struggling, like, holding on, like, I can't lose again. That's what it's giving, like, I can't lose another one. I don't know if it has what it has to do with, but whatever it is, it's very foundational. It's shaking somebody's root. And I don't know if it's in relative to a masculine energy or something like that, or maybe this loss will have to step into a more masculine energy. Again, that personal power and authority that's in this 10th house that we talked about. I think it's the 10th house. Yep. Yep, 10th house, having to take some sort of responsibility. Right? And that red is giving fire, is giving this divine masculine. Like you would have to step up really and be in this energy. Or for somebody, you thought you would be able to put down that energy. Like I don't have to sit in this very, I don't know. For somebody is giving aggressive, like aggressive. I feel fire. I feel the heat and wanting to temper it, to cool it, right? Where you don't have to sit in it. Or maybe you were in a place where you didn't have to sit there. Maybe you were working towards a place where you didn't have to just be, you know, in that masculine energy all the time, and something changed, right? So it's given like you having to rebalance yourself out and get to a place where you are protected, your aura being restored. Your aura protects you. It attracts things to you, divine feminine energy, right? It brings in what you resonate with. So if you are in a place where you are like, I'm resonating for the highest good, like highest potentiality is what we're seeking, and we're gonna be held fixed and solid in that. It's something like balance in that energy, then you will bring in your highest good, and you won't have to be so aggressive about it. Right? It can happen. You will press through. You will have this perseverance. You will meet all of your challenges. But it's something about being able to be flexible. Like, don't allow life and circumstances to put you in this I gotta be strong and responsible position where, like, my shoulders feel very square, they feel very tight, intense, like immovable. Like, there's no flexibility with it. Yeah, see, it's like to be able to go with the flow. See, fire and water is definitely two major types of energy. I'm picking up the fire and the water. And it's something about that element and the combination of it. Anything else, Spirit say no. There's the sacral chakra in the throat. So it's something about having a spiritual conversation, going into the spirit realm, into your kingdom space where the God within resides, and having a conversation. Your willingness to confront this darkness within you opens the gateway to profound healing and soul evolution. Let the transformation begin. It's definitely a part of transformation. Look, and there's the understanding. Crown chakra. Didn't we say that's what was missing? Crown chakra, the understanding. Being able to get it. Crossing the boundaries of the material world, invite the wisdom of the universal consciousness and embrace your role as a channeler of divine love and light. So it could be two things, definitely two things going on here. Saturn and Gemini, being both the student and the teacher, the seeker and the guide. So even if you are a guide, third eye chakra to divine feminine, right, you may be a guide to others, but you are also the seeker. And right now, the spirit wants you to be in seeker mode. There's something that they need to reveal onto you. They want you to bring a conversation to them about the things that you are struggling with, which you need to understand. Saturn, embrace the task before you. Somebody does have something coming up that they're going to have to take on, and it's either you did have to do it or you are going to have to do it. May is sticking out, so something significant around Taurus season. And it could make you feel like, I got to step back into this role and position. But I'm getting that the spirit is going to help you do it different so that you stay balanced, where you don't flip from divine feminine straight into just divine masculine, where you can stay balanced between your two energies. For somebody, you may lose another person in your life. You may even, they could pass before May, but it's something about the time frame of May. Yeah, vortex. See, release resistance and surrender to the flow of me. Water, surrender to the flow. And then Pisces is behind that. So it's definitely something about yin and yang, opposite energies, and being able to surrender to the flow. Release the resistance. You are guided to trust the process, let go of control, and that's what we put. Somebody is controlling, control here, and they said they can't release. Let go of control. Embrace the journey into the unknown. We're not always going to know. Even if you are a seer, even if you are a seeker, you're not always going to know. The spirit is not going to tell you everything. You're not going to be made aware of all things prior to. You won't get foresight or premonition on everything. Spirit may give you confirmation, affirmation of what's been shown to you so that you can understand what has happened or what is happening. Sometimes people get foresight and they feel like they could step in and intervene. It's kind of like the dude from Final Destination, if y'all could get this concept. Like Alex had the premonition, right? The foresight. He could see something that happened or was going to happen. And even though every time they tried to intervene, the Most High God always finds a way. Because the spirit of death or transition and endings is a part of the Most High God itself. So when the Most High God says this is it, oh, it's going to be it. And there's nothing that you could do about it. That's why they said don't resist the ending, don't resist the change. You only cause more suffering. And by knowing you can suffer, right? You're anticipating, right? You're thinking. Knowing when somebody is going to transition doesn't help you prepare for it if you still feel the same level of grief. And you know what I mean? Whether it happens sudden or not, see North knows somebody is ascending. And it's like allow the lessons and experience to unfold at their own pace. Trust that each step is necessary. It is a part of your soul's evolution and it is a part of your self discovery. What's this? Galaxy. Ah. Your experiences are shaped in Aries. It's giving divine masculine energy. Aries, divine masculine. And it is a lot of fire here. Your experiences are shaped by your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. Embrace your power, for you are the designer of your own cosmic journey. So it's something about you, the way that you experience something, again, is based on, how you receive it, how you think about it. Some people move through transitions in life very easy, very seamlessly. Some people can't move through transitions at all. Like they are so resistant to change. Like they have to be prepared months in advance for change. Our kiddo Blessings, she has abandonment complex because she was adopted. She was separated from her mom at like 2 or 3 weeks in, right? So she didn't have enough bonding time with mom to really stabilize into root, into ground, like root chakra. She didn't get that chance, right? Because there's a connection biologically with mom and baby. So even if you're breastfeeding, bottle feeding, there's a connection that's being made. Neural pathways are still being set, right? So it's things that happen physically with that connection that allows a person to feel rooted and to feel grounded and safe in the physical world. And if that doesn't happen, other things can develop, like it could be maladaptive, like abandonment syndrome. So even though she knows we are here for her, we're not going to leave her, any of that, change makes her very, very uncomfortable. We have to prepare her for change like months to a year in advance. Start talking about it, talking about it, talking about it so she gets rooted and grounded in the fact that things are going to change. Gives her time to adjust to it. And some people can't do it at all. They like, no, period. Stays the same. I've been doing this way every single day for the last 45 years. It cannot, will not change. And they just resist it, right? So, yeah. See, Mother God, it's definitely something about that mothering energy because we just kind of said that divine feminine mothering Venus energy. Miracles in motion. 42 is 6. What did you get? What did you give? How are you giving? How are you mothering? Are you in connection with the Mother God energies? Many of us are and some are not. Right? Some people call it a ghost, like the Holy Spirit, the Comforter. We say Mother God energy. Yeah, see the deviant, chaos and destruction. Somebody may need to touch base with the mother spirit so that she can comfort you after going through so much change. We talked about 13. That's a lot of endings. That's 16. This is tower moments. This is a lot of things coming down. 16, tower. And how do you manage the tower? If you had something that shook you foundationally, that's what we were getting, root chakra energy. If something shook your foundation, how are you recovering from that? Uh, it's something with water, because that's coming through too. It could be your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities, the ability to kind of flow with something. It's something under here they bringing me to. Yeah, root chakra. Dang, they just keep throwing them on the floor. They like, yes, they throwing them on the floor. Like, what the heck? Root. See, embracing divine wisdom, some divine wisdom and divine creative expression. This is giving me like they want you to either talk to them or it's something they need to say to you to help reroute you, to reground you, something like that. Yeah, see, peace, to bring in peace. I'm getting my eye, right? 14, Temperance Angel. She's given to balance your energy, to help balance you back out, to help you persevere through a very hard time. And it's also giving somebody that pours into the spirit as well as into the 3D. So if you are not pouring and feeding your spirit, then yeah. Hey, Dino, when I was born, people eat shit with a small spoon. But I started with a big spoon. Why is that? Because your mouth bigger than theirs, I guess? It's evident because of what you just said. That's what I'm thinking. Right? Yeah. If you got a really big mouth and you eat pieces of shit, which I don't know what is the basis for that, beloved. But yeah, you probably do that because your mouth is huge. And you want to eat a lot of shit at one time. See? That's simple. Boundaries. It's a thing with boundaries today. You know what I mean? Yeah, cut some shit out. And it's definitely root energy. Right? Cut it out. What, these little trickster spirits? These tricksters? Like, it's so funny. Right? The star, spiritual rebirth. See? Rise above the bullshit or just bloom in the darkness. Supernova is what's coming through. Like, yeah, soul awakening. You could be going through another level through this shit, but it's giving like shining through the darkness. How you get through the tough times matters. Right? These are the times that build character. Shows you who you what you are made of and other people too. Yeah, generosity. Can you stay generous? Can you be mindful of your energy and soul awakening? So somebody, it could be again Taurus energy with fire, Father of Earth. That is Taurus energy, Earth sign, right? And we see a soul awakening, right? Somebody is getting ready to get an upload or a download and the shaman. So trust your path. Yeah, it could be something that you go by yourself. Isolation and introspection, or that's what you're called to do right now, is to introspect, to review. The spirit wants to say something to you. See, consciousness, the twins, we said Gemini energy, right? Gemini came through the seeker and the sage all at the same time. You are the guide, but you are also being guided. You are seeking as well as you are giving information to student and the teacher. And it is something with water or just the fact that you are very intuitive, very spiritually inclined. And it is justice, judgment is coming through. It's the balancing. And we said water because it's definitely a lot of water. This is emotional and you're very sensitive to things at this time. Very sensitive. Which one would you like, beloved? Let's get into it. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being patient with us as we deal with the little trolls that come through. A lot of blue and green initially. I'm seeing that right off rip. Ambition is here, but somebody needs clarity. Clarity. I was getting crown chakra, right? The clarity that comes with understanding. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways. especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide me. So allow your intuition to guide you. Again, third eye chakra, divine feminine, water energy, right? Very intuitive, a seeker, a sage, but you also need to hear, to listen, to receive the clarity. Because it's a lot of change that's happening. Didn't we pull this? Didn't they show this from the beginning? But then they took the other card, right? So here it is again: ambition, responsibility, power, moving towards a position. I do hear responsibility. It's something that you're going to have to be really step into this power position and oversee, or I'm saying administration or something like that. Be very assertive, but they don't want you to be arrogant or overbearing. It's something with flow and being flexible. Ambition. May I offer all of my deepest longings to love itself and invite a divine plan beyond the mind's imagining. Please use me for the highest good. So you definitely are going to be put in service and being used for the highest good. And it's a plan. And again, it's greater than what you can imagine. So we got fairies. It's something about mystical creatures. Somebody might, be into that. Like, for some reason, ever since a child, you may have had a thing with like fairies or um the mystical things. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting fairies. It's giving like Tinkerbell type of vibe. Yeah, Queen of the Darkwood Elves. Premonitions, foreshadowing, and mystery. And I can't make this shit up. Did we not thank you, Spirit, for ringing the bell? Right, didn't they write? You see that? Mysterious creatures. Can y'all see that? Mysterious creatures. Yeah, see, you love Fae. Yeah. It's something with mysterious creatures. And look what they pulled: premonition, foreshadow, and mystery. The queen of the Darkwood elves, right? So, and elves are different. It's so many different types of elves, right? Wood elves and sprites and shit. Like, it's all kinds of different type of mysterious creatures, and somebody has an affinity for that. And with the third eye chakra that's already right here, and premonition coming out on this card, we talked about the fact that sometimes as a seer, you get premonition, you get foresight, and then there's sometimes you see the foreshadowing, like something coming, like, oh shit. Again, it's giving me like scary movie shit, like where you can see a foreshadow of a scene that is to come. You could be a person that pick up on those cues and be like, oh shit, something gonna happen. Oh no, it's that person. Like, you unravel it, you feel it, you know it already, right? And you see them write that out in scripts of movies and how a particular person. That's what I was getting, like Alex from Final Destination. He had a premonition, right? He saw what was going to come. And I could see the whole scene of him working it out, like, understanding this third eye chakra energy. Like, if I see it, then I intervene. And if I intervene, then I can stop it. That was the mindset that he was thinking of in the movie. And look how much pressure it put on him running around trying to cause a change or stop every premonition. There was absolutely no way. The spirit started to respond so quick. Every time he did something to change this, the spirit was just versatile and flipped and started doing some other shit. Because it's like when the spirit is moving and it's telling you that this is what's getting ready to happen, no premonition, foreshadowing, pre-knowing, foresight, none of that shit is going to stop it. It's going to happen. So what does it do to the person mentally that can see it? It's going to cause you to suffer. You will sit in resistance trying to stop it. So you're not always going to see everything. You may see something. You may see things that are relative to other people, but you may not see what's close to you. And we were kind of getting that energy recently with my sister-in-law. Like, I can feel I have the same thing. I can feel foreshadowing. I can feel premonition. I know I can feel when someone's going to transition or something like that is going to happen. But it's not always for the people that are right with me. Or sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. It just depends on what the spirit decides to tell me, to show me what I'm allowed to know, allowed to see. Because if I see it in a certain situation, I may try to interact and intervene and do something, and that's outside of my power, my control. It's like I gotta step back, allow the spirit to do what it's gonna do. Me trying to get into it only either endangers me or other people because the spirit is gonna do what the spirit is gonna do. It's going to do it. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. So it's a lesson in understanding instead of going through a 12-round bout with the spirit about something that's going to happen anyway, to allow it, to release, to take to step back and go with the flow. As hard as it is to do, it's like you have to lean into other understandings. Crown chakra. Other understandings that we are whole, we're complete, there's nothing broken, and there's nothing missing. All of us are here now. We're all here together. We are all present. If you allow yourself to be present with them, then you know that you are still connected, right? Like you're safe. You can reroute and reground yourself from going through tower moments that made you feel so shaken. So Darkwood, Queen of the Darkwood Elves, somebody that does get premonitions, foreshadowing, and you again believe in the mystery of things, the mysterious things. Yeah, I don't know why we had such a hard time getting that out of here. Queen of Winter, being strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny. This is like the Queen of Swords energy. I don't know why I just heard, here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, here she comes. Why they put her in a she? It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, see, and eventually, yeah, Alex was only supposed to save himself. And a lot of us, we, even like psychics and seers and stuff, we have, or messengers, right? Because there's multiple messengers. A lot of us are messengers of the spirit. And we have this affinity, and we want to help people. Like you can save them, but you can't. You can only save self, and you can deliver what the spirit told you to deliver. It sent you with a package. You deliver the package, and they can choose to accept it, to use it, to care for it, to do what they want to do with it. Some people take it and discard it and throw the shit away. Some people fuck over it and then they don't really care at the end of the day. And some people cherish it. They keep it. They bury it in their heart like a treasure, and they act on it or activate it, allow their heart to be activated with it. Not everybody's going to respond the same, and we have to be good with that. Yeah. Look, awakening, right? People are going to do what they want to do, right? Either they will awaken or they won't, right? They can choose to sacrifice that old mindset, that old understanding, and do something different. But you can't delay yourself waiting for it to happen. It's like, do you understand it? And if you understand it, then that's what you're supposed to do, crown chakra. You need to understand. Yeah, for summer. So it is the number 4. They gave us 4 wands, 4 cups, and 4 pentacles. And for summer is 4 cups. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Being discontented with life. Don't take life for granted. Don't take your spiritual flow for granted. Yeah, 6 of summer. It's definitely looking back with memories over the past. This could be fond memories. Some could be good, some may not be. It could just be the act of remembering. It could be something related to childhood. It could be people returning from your past. These people could remember things different than you remember it. Everybody not gonna see shit the same way with the awakening. You may remember it in one way where it feel like shit, we lost out on an opportunity. I feel like you took me for granted. This person might be like, shit, I thought I did great back you, and you looking like, is that how you treat everybody? Is giving seriously hard side out. Like what? That's what I just got. It's definitely not the same account in the remembering. And it's something about things being healed up. See, clarity. Clarity. They said that. Clarity. Ace of Winter. Right, definitely needing to get to the truth, get to the clarity, the real of some shit. But it's like, do you wait around with the hangman for somebody to get clear on it? I don't think not. Once you get clear, you move forward. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So it is conversation with the spirit you need to have so that you can get clarity and you can move forward. Yeah, nine of spring is coming through in the chariot. We can't make it up so that you can move forward. Right? It's that clarity that needs to happen. Seventh house could have something to do with relationships because I think we saw the seventh house when we were shuffling that deck. And the nine of spring is here saying protect the fruits of your labor, prepare for possible challenges. Somebody is going to experience, we all will. We all will still have challenges. But how we deal with the challenges of life can be different. We can learn as we grow and adjust. Yeah, to an autumn. To adjust. This is like two of coins, balancing your energy, bringing in some fun, lightheartedness, but it's giving juggling multiple priorities or jobs. It's like juggling multiple things. You will have multiple things to do. And yeah, we getting there, y'all. We getting there. We almost there. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. 23, 23, 5 and 5 is 10. Scared to change. Didn't we talk about this? Like literally. Who was here in the room when we talked about scared of change? How we had to literally prepare blessing a year in advance for change because she has an abandonment complex because she is adopted, but she did not bond with mom enough to be rooted in stability so that she can handle change. It's like welcoming it or just willingly. Some people are very resistant. They are very afraid of change, beloved. The fear of the unknown is stifling someone's transformation and blocking their path. And they put this on top of the nine of spring. So the nine of spring on top of the awakening and the ace of winter is touching. So, and it could also be something about the past, like a person has a distorted viewpoint of the past and it's stopping them, it's blocking them. And it's also a fear of change. Like I said, it's causing a blockage. But it's like once you get clarity, you will be able to move forward. Growth happens within the discomfort. So take a deep breath and keep on moving forward. Breathe through it and connecting with the breath and breathing exercises, meditation connects you with the spirit. It helps you ground yourself so that you can face this change, beloved. The change that somebody knows is coming. So you either have had a premonition or the spirit won't tell you because they know you will be afraid. It will scare you. See, struggle. Look, it's definitely something with that challenges. Challenges, challenges, challenges. But you can do hard things. You can. Stay connected. Stay with the spirit. Allow them to give you discernment and guidance. You can get through it. You can. Challenges may leave you feeling isolated. And I think we mentioned isolation on one of the cards. We didn't pull it, but I know we said it, right? So it could make you feel isolated or unsupported. Help is closer than you think. It's right here. We reach in for support. This says reach out, but they told me to say reach in for support. This moment will pass, bringing you a valuable lesson and strength. It's definitely something about the lesson. Inspiration is here. And we got mastery, the ability to master yourself, and even the art of alchemy, being able to change the energy of the challenge into something that's going to elevate you, bring you to mastery. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is like the 8 of Pentacles. Being dedicated to your craft will pay off. So it's like being dedicated to maintaining your energy, to getting through things. It will pass. It will pay off. This will pass. Heartache. The heartache will pass. The anxiety will pass. It's something about stepping into this role of responsibility, leadership, right? It's something about defense that's here, right? Yeah, a lot of authority. Somebody is like, man, I really have to go through this again. It's like, yeah, opportunity. And that's giving me 4 cups. Like, do you really want this opportunity? It's like, no. Contentment, though, it is going to lead you to your wish fulfillment. It could be over family. And I did see insight and intuition, renewal. So somebody does have psychic gifts and abilities, and you can see, you know what I mean? You can see certain shit, certain things that you've been able to see and maybe have an impact or try to, and some things you're not going to see is going to shock and surprise you. It's going to hit you. And it's giving 2 things that you either did not see that knocked you down, and there's another one coming. And I don't know if you see the third one, if you are already experiencing it and you just need to have understanding and clarity about what's going on with you, beloved. Creation. Yeah, nurture and create. So maybe through the pain, we talked about alchemy. Somebody mentioned alchemy. So maybe you will be able to alchemize this season into something like the 3 of Swords, the heartache, the pain of it, like work through it and use it to do something, to create something. Yeah, hermit. See, there's isolation again. Isolation. Challenges may leave you feeling isolated or unsupported. And what do? They told us to reach in for support. That's the hermit, to go in. Soul searching, introspection, contemplation, thinking, right? Looking for your inner guidance. In meditation, we literally said meditation using the breath work will connect you to the spirit so that you can get guidance. That's the hermit. Look, 3 of Wands. It's something about preparation, because they told us about preparation, because we were like, oh, they prepared the iced coffee yesterday, right? And so look, we see the word preparation, progress, and look, there's that word foresight. Foresight, y'all. That's the premonition, foreshadowing in the mystery. So you are quite mysterious, a mystical creature in 7 of Swords. And look, 3 of Swords. Here's the 3 of Swords. Right? 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, that's 10 swords. Very harsh endings. Very harsh endings where you feel like you may have been robbed of some shit. Like the spirit or the spirit of death is coming in and just snatching people. It's giving thief in the night. For you know not the hour. For I come as a thief in the night. That's what it's given. Yeah, I can't make it up. Truth. Ace of Swords, Tower. For I come like a thief in the night. You know not the hour. It's something about the watchtower. Like to be on guard or something like that. For you never know the hour. And that's true. Clarity. You never know the hour where something is getting ready to end. You never know the time. Nine of Pentacles, Hierophant. They're saying you never know the time. That's the counseling. So what do we do in the meantime? 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, right? The regret, the remorse, the grief, the heaviness, the purging that needs to be done. 4 of Pentacles trying to hold on to control. If you are trying to control at this point, you only lead yourself to suffering. And that's what the Spirit said. Like, can you accept the judgment of death? The spirit of death that's moving. When that judgment has been called, there's nothing you can do about it. To know or not know, either way it go. You still feel the same way, yo. You do. You still hurt and it's still heavy. Strength. I'm talking about heavy. A person that has to deal with it or even figure out what to do with it. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands to the Star, 3 of Cups. What do I do with this? Queen of Wands, what do I do? Can I stand in his power? Do I continue to battle and fight against what the spirit is doing with the Ace of Wands? I can't fight against this. I can't fight against somebody going to the spirit to heal the star. Three of Cups, somebody that I'm close to, somebody that I love. It could be family. It could be two other people that already went, and now another one is going back to the spirit. That's three. Can you realize it? And we talked about the sun, and here, like, it's the start of the new year for the people that started the sun, that follow the sun. But, it might be without someone, right? Ten of Cups is in reverse. Somebody is not happy. And I don't know if this devil energy is like depression for somebody. So you may need to be conscious about self and you falling into a depression because of so much loss, beloved. Yeah, Eight of Cups. It's definitely moving on with disappointment or a feeling of abandonment. We didn't use blessings testimony for nothing, right? That's abandonment. Even a feeling of being left behind. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people could go through survivor guilt where it's giving depression because you're still here. Like people close to you could be leaving. It's like you leave me here by myself and I got to carry on this weight for somebody, High Priestess. Like secretly, it could be survivor's guilt. Somebody could really be struggling with a lot of loss and they're not saying it. You might not be saying it to other people. You may not even be talking about it in your spirit. It just may be living in your heart and in your mind. In that case, the spirit already knows what's in your heart. It knows your heart. So it wants you to come into them, to your wise counselor, and speak about it, talk about it, allow it to counsel you, to give you understanding of the things that you're going through. Maybe it's going to help tell you what to do. Difficult decisions that have to be made. Weighing out options. What are you avoiding? What is at a deadlock? Right? Are you even, and for some reason the word embarrassed is coming through, but I don't know if you're embarrassed or maybe it's just like, I'm kind of ashamed to say that I feel like, survivor's guilt over this, that I'm still here and they're gone or something, that I feel abandoned in some sort of way. It could lead somebody to a state of stagnation, like you don't want to move, you don't want to do anything. Like, what can I do type of energy. Yeah, Queen of Cups. It's something about going back to the spirit. Getting in touch with your spirit, pouring into you, loving on you. We were in the shower, taking the spiritual shower, right? So they took the shower head and they just put it right here over the heart, over the chest. And I was like, I feel like you're saying somebody's cup needs to be filled up. Like, I was like, but I pour into our cup all the time, spirit, and then they shot the side eye. So it's kind of giving me like that energy of like somebody may have been like, oh, I poured into you or some shit, and you look at them like, you ain't pouring into me. Or if that's what you consider pouring. So somebody may need to do more self-love. What you feel like is pouring into your cup or you pouring into your cup may not be enough to fill you up. It may not cause you to overflow. Definitely not. They said no. See, Three of Cups. You have lost a lot. And it's not just other people, but it's given like you need, or yeah, you need to pour into you. It's like pour, pour, pour. Like you really need to pour back into yourself. Self-love, self-care. And some of the things you do to pour into you may not be things that you consider to do. Like if you are dealing with survivor's remorse and survivor's guilt, then you may need grief counseling. If you are dealing with abandonment complex and not feeling safe, then you may need, counseling so that you can feel safe. right? You could have a mother wound there, right? You could, really have some things that, or father wound, some people who may have a father wound, right? And then you may need something just for itself, in general, like whether it's other places in life, whether it is, I don't know. It's definitely given like three things that you may need to address. I don't know if it's spiritual community, if it could be how you handle grief and releasing and control, how you are able to face responsibilities and pull yourself up and still stay flexible and like staying rooted and grounded in this plane. So, yeah, give your inner critic a vacation. Yeah. See, be kind to yourself. So if you tend to be self-critical, right, that's something else that you could work on so that you can pour into you. Yeah. You're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. You always go first anyway because you can see. So you probably be in a whole nother world of information before anybody else is even made aware of it. So you are always ahead of the trendsetter. You already know when something new is about to begin because you can see. You have foresight. You get premonition. Let your feelings out. See, talk to the spirit, all of them, even the ones that scare you, beloved, the ones that scare you. Those are the ones that are most important to address. Because everything you want is on the other side of fear. So if you are afraid of your feelings, right, then you won't don't accept them and go through them and manage them for yourself. You're not going to share them with anybody else. So you're not emotionally safe. And that's what we were getting back to, emotionally safe, emotionally grounded, right? You cannot have true very deep relationships if you are unable to face your own emotion. The ones that scare you. If you can't even tell the Most High God to your spirit within that you feel this way, you can't be vulnerable like that with another person at the end of the day. Your first relationship is with the spirit, the you that's in you. No one said this whole life shit, this thing was a race. It's not. We all on our own journey. It's okay for you to slow down, to be present, to move through your emotions, to face it. This one. This. Thank you. Speak up. See, something that you need to say to the spirit. Let your voice be heard in clear clarity. Speak up. Something that you need to say. Anything else? No, that's it. That's what we got for y'all. You could use some self care time like now. So schedule it in. Self care, self love. They said no, but they gave us 2 more. Someone is in need, what, of your love. Offer it out. So it could be somebody from the past. I don't know if they want to look into that. They said no. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't. That's a question, right? My spirit team is kind of giving me that energy. Like somebody that doesn't want to look into the past, or you might be saying, I don't want to look into that. You know what I mean? But that could be where the problem is at. Like you might need to look into that. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's like the fear of change. Where did it come from? What is the root of it? How did it get started? Like, was it something that developed because of rearing and relationships, the lack of relationship, a challenging relationship with a parent, both parents? It could be interaction with siblings. I don't know. But it's definitely somebody that was in the household where those foundational, principles, something in it and how it got laid down, it wasn't, you know, on the highest good. It wasn't adaptable. It was maladaptive. And when we have something like that within us that kind of got laid down as maladaptive, we have the responsibility to go in and heal it, right? We as adults, fully functioning with the capabilities, especially somebody that's talented, a seeker, a sage that's tapped into their spiritual gift, you have a responsibility to heal because you don't want what you're doing or what you're giving out to be distorted. It will be distorted in some sense because of your own distortion, beloved. So, Spirit might be saying, in order for you to even be more effective in the things that you're going to do with your gift, right? You may need to heal and address some things. And we all have healing to do. We're always going through trauma. Three. We're all going through trauma, right? We face traumatic and tragic events all the time. So understanding how to heal from it, to get into the process, to respond in that way, to start to alchemize the loss, to understand that the spirit of the Most High is multifaceted. It's not just one spirit, right? If anybody that's into any theology, that's like an accepted concept. It doesn't matter whether you are, whatever theology you associate with. But we know that the spirit is the Most High God, the source is multi-spirited. We cut our teeth on Christianity. We're not religious anymore. But that's where we cut our teeth. So we know that text the best. And the principle where the Most High says in Genesis, let us make them in our image, always clearly states to us that they are multi-spirited. There's other places in the book, I want to say Corinthians talks about the multiple spirits. Even at the end of the book, it says the Alpha and Omega, the concept of the messenger, the Holy Trinity is multi-spirited. And it includes the beginning and the ending. So if the beginning is a birthing, then the ending is the death. So death is the spirit of the Most High God moving. What lives must transition. There's only life, but there's changes in life. And endings show up and represent themselves in so many ways, whether it's a change of a career, change of the dynamics in a relationship, parent to child, is going to change, is going to end and change into something else. Yeah, the King of Cups is here, and that's in reverse, and the deck is in the upright. So we got a King of Cups in reverse. I do see the past, see death. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, family? And it's not an easy conversation. It don't make me feel good to say it. King of Cups in reverse, meeting the spirit of death. And it's something about this energy. And I just felt this breeze come through. Lord, give us strength. For somebody who may be facing this, the Sun, give us strength. Like, give us the power to move through it. The courage, the confidence to go forward, knowing that these endings are a part of the Most High God who controls every element. The magician controls every element. Wow. I apologize. It's just making me emotional. The Chariot, somebody is swinging low, and we've been saying this. The Chariot is carrying somebody home. And it's giving, like, again, the Sun energy to the Chariot, the strength to carry on, the ability to go forward, right? Confidently, that I can do it. Following the Most High God who helps me. Yes, Hierophant, following the Most High God who helps me. The advice of it. Mysterious creature, Queen of Wands. Very witchy, as they say. Wait. Sometimes I'm reading something and Latia's in the background and just confirming the parts that they need to. Oh, yeah, like you would be reading her book. That's one of the things I have to stop and say that and address that because that's funny. one of the things that we learned about, a part or a form of the gift is that we could be listening to somebody and we will just shuffle cards and the cards will come out to match what they're saying. That's how one of the things real early that we knew before the channel wasn't early. How do we say that? So this is 2025 ending, maybe 2021, 2022 ish energy. When did we start the channel? 2023, I think, somewhere around there. But we had made some makeshift cards, these right here, and we would shuffle like during conversation, or even if we were listening to a reading, we would shuffle the cards and the cards would present themselves to match what they were saying. So that was like, wow. King of Pentacles is here. So Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Magician, the Most High God, Hierophant, spiritual advisor or spiritual advice to the Queen of Wands. What the Magician is doing, what's being created in his new season. 2026 is significant because it breaks down to one, which is the Magician, and we see King of Pentacles, and that is Taurus energy, the bull. It could be around May, the month of May. Somebody could level up an energy responsibility, is what it's given. King of Pentacles is responsible, but it is one of those kings where they have a tendency to be charitable, to be gracious. They do experience a lot of prosperity, but they do it it's malleable, right? They know how to work with clay. Like they can't work with something just hard, and I guess you could do it with wood or some shit like that. But it's like even still, they make it different than what it is from just its raw material. They know how to work with something, to build it, to mold it. I'm getting the word like clay or something like that. Yeah, Two of Cups. They know how to work with people. It's something with that in terms of relationship. It could be you balancing your energy, your masculine and your feminine. So even though you will be taking on like that divine masculine role, a lot of responsibility is sitting in your power, right? And having to preside or over reside over, your kingdom, queendom, empire, whatever, right? You will do it with grace and charity. Eight of Swords. So right now somebody is locked up with a lot of negative thoughts. It's self-restraint, self-restriction, because you are not able to go with the change, beloved. Knight of Swords. It could be the fact that you are really battling, you're angry. It could be words like critical voices, is what Spirit said. To be kind to yourself, to speak kind words. Ace of Wands, right? It's definitely a battle, and it's the hand of the Most High God that's moving, and there's nothing that you can do about the actions that they are taking. You can't stop it. Queen of Pentacles is coming through. Five of Swords. Damn, Queen of Swords. Into the Hangman and Ten of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Three of Swords. Uh, okay, yeah. So this is like heartache and being prepared, or having some sort of feeling, precognition, premonition about something that's going to happen in the family. Ten of Pentacles, even with resources. Hangman is giving some sort of delay or sacrifice or something like that. Queen of Swords is here, so somebody could hold up something, or is how about how this person sees something. It is a battle with the Five of Swords. It could be something with communication as well. I don't know if it's somebody getting money or receiving money. It could be the person that's associated with the King of Pentacles. Like if you have to step into the King of Pentacles and what's happening to this party, it could be a transition. It could be the hand of the Most High God moving like something is getting ready to happen. Yeah, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Somebody just could be losing their partner. And something is going to happen, like being ushered into some sort of leadership very quickly. Because we got the star. It could be either a passing, going to the spirit to heal. Yeah, Ace of Cups is behind the star. It's like, what do I do now? Two of Swords. The star, this person is going back to the spirit. And it's like a moving very quickly, change happening, speed, like boom, it just could happen. So one, I don't know, it's something with premonition. I'm seeing two losses here. This could be relative to what has happened in the past, and for somebody, something is coming up. Something you may have like, okay, I do know something's going on with this person. And then for some you may not. It's something about not knowing versus knowing. Knight of Pentacles. Something long time, long festering. Yeah, Six of Cups. From the past, it's something that's been there for a long time. Yeah, I don't know what is working or the spirit of death is with all of us. As we breathe, we transition because oxygen ages us the same way it feeds us and keeps us animate. So both are happening at the same time. But somebody has had something with them, festering with them, working. It's like the spirit of death or what is going to cause their ultimate demise has been lingering and festering for a while. Yeah, Hermit. And they may not have said anything. Somebody may have kept it to themselves. This person may know. They may be soul searching and trying to get themselves right. I'm hearing get right with spirit. Yeah, it could be this King of Wands, see? That knows something. That something is happening. Five of Swords, and it's something like the mindset and the fact that they're not saying anything. It could be conflicted, like, do I say something or do I not? It's like a mental battle. They could just be struggling with it mentally within themselves and not saying anything. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. What is the reverse? The lack of long term vision, limited success or reward, impatient, distracted, working without results, delays, and disappointment. Somebody is going to be disappointed. It's something with this news, Page of Wands, that this has been going on, and this heart's ending is coming. Page of Cups to the moon. Yeah, it's like why you didn't say nothing, why you didn't tell us, and even being like looking for an apology or something like that. Like why did you keep us in the dark of what's going on? Yeah, why didn't you say something? Page of Cups. Page of Swords, Page of Cups. It could be two children. You could be the child, or somebody could be withholding it from family in general. King of Wands may not be telling the Queen of Wands, which would be their wife. They may not be saying anything to the kids. Temperance and Five of Swords. They know something is getting ready to come. And they don't have any peace, or they should make peace. Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It's like, what are you focused on? Are you focused on, making it right with the people who are going to be left behind and letting them know what is the evidence? It's something that they are focused on. Maybe they're just focused on trying to spend as much time as they can, or just not wanting other people to worry. I'm not for sure what it is, but it is some sort of news. Page of Wands. Yeah. Somebody is going to the spirit. The Fool, Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. A new beginning. Compassion, I'm picking up. We do see creativity and something about following the heart. So after the end of this, somebody may take all of this energy and transmute it, alchemize it into something that's emotionally fulfilling. We said there was nothing else, and they gave us a whole nother reading. Page of Swords. Yeah, new ideas, create curiosity. Hermit. I almost got the energy of somebody watching something. Watching and waiting. Spying, news, clarity, truth about something somebody's been holding within. It could also be somebody's soul telling them they need to say something. Like, don't do this. You might even find out either we were picking up a while ago, like finding out somebody had passed after they passed, but you may find out before they go because it might be something in their soul that tells them to tell you. Yeah, Hermit. Something is going to tell them to tell you. Yeah, the end is coming. Yeah, the spirit is gonna tell them to tell you. See, Page of Swords and 10 Swords is 11 swords. That's like being spiritually guided to tell somebody something so that they are aware, they can see, to give them some sort of information. Contracts could be involved in this. I'm not for sure, but it's something about it. Yeah, it's like being made aware that somebody is moving towards death. Hierophant in death, chariot in the sun. It's like it's coming. Nine of Wands. And you can't stop it. You can't fight against it. Mm. Yeah. Goodness. I apologize. I don't because that's the message, you know what I mean? But it's just so heavy right now. Nobody really wants to talk about the loss, right? Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. It's like we don't want to keep talking about it. It's not always easy to know, High Priestess, that something is coming with the Tower. That something's festering. It is Seven of Pentacles. Something is festering for somebody and they're not saying anything. Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. This is 12 swords. That's hangman energy. They see it in a way where they may feel like they're protecting you from the loss or others, or maybe they just don't want to think about it. Maybe they don't want that energy. Sometimes people don't be like, I didn't say anything. I don't want people all over me. Are you okay? And this, that, and the other, like all the fuck time. Because it's difficult to deal with, especially if you got something going on in the body and it's festering and there's nothing that you can do about it. Like, they could be resolved. Like, I don't want to go, say for if it's the big C, you know what I mean? Like, for somebody, I don't want to go through chemo. I don't want to go through radiation. I don't want to do all of this shit. I just want to live and enjoy my life while I have the opportunity to live it. Like, they may not want all of that. And sometimes when you're in that position and other people feel like they want to force that upon you, please do it. We could and you could in this, and then you're stuck between what you want as what's happening within you and what everybody wants for you. Yeah, some people don't want to go through all of that. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be throwing up. I don't want to lose all my hair, and I don't want to go through all of this shit, right? For an opportunity to gain 2, 3, 4 more years, and then I'd be right back in the same position. Because oftentimes that's what happens. You can go into remission, and then 5 years later, that shit come back with a vengeance. So a lot of people don't want to take that route. Oh my goodness, blessings. Abundance, peace, and contentment. See, somebody, and you see how it's 23, and I think this is, what does she say? Freer, and it's a masculine energy. Definitely. 23 is a challenge. And maybe that's what they want, like to have the abundance of peace and contentment before they leave. Like they don't want to go through all of that issue. They maybe want to just sit in the abundance of peace, and maybe that's why they won't tell you for somebody. Yeah, revelation, discovery, epiphany. You may find out, I don't know, but it's definitely given that. And 32 is the opposite of 23. It's something about this. Stillness, pause, delicacy. 17, the star is coming through. That's a beautiful card. I just got to show you. I think that's so pretty, so majestic, so cold, but so beautiful at the same time. Star energy. Very delicate situation is what we're getting. And we see revelation and discovery and epiphany. Fairy godmother or grandmother, godmother. And we kind of talked about like those mysterious creatures, and so I think it was Veronica that said she has a thing with the fae, with the fairy. Yeah. 23 and 32. Did I show y'all that? How they came out? Wow. So somebody definitely has the opposite point of view. It's still a challenge, but how they would handle it would be different. One card. Anything else? This one. This, okay. Yes and no. Yes and no. Two different points of view. The dreamer, he's starting over. Back to zero. Back to the place where you know you are whole, you are complete, there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Zero isn't nothing. It's not. It is the place of no thing. Two words, no and thing. Nothing in particular, nothing specific. It is the essence of all of things, all of us, beloved. Ether energy and high priestess. See? High priestess, number two. Right? Somebody knows. And it's something about being awakened, being a visionary, a sage. You are a sage and a seeker. And it's something about having revelation of these types of things. So trust your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation, insight, foresight, right? Premonitions, foreshadowing. But you're not going to always know everything. And some things that you don't know that are not revealed onto you could bother you. And you may need to seek that with the spirit and get that out. But it is something about insights because we see revelation, discovery, and epiphany. So this person right here could definitely be with a high priestess. Right? There is a high priestess in the midst. You could be the high priestess that's left behind to deal with it. Thank you. Whew. Thank you, Spirit. Soulful conversation today. Very heavy for the start of the day. Definitely giving Tower moment that's here. Yeah, High Priestess. It's something heavy, right? So I don't know if the Spirit wants you to prepare for that. Like you may not know exactly what it is, but be prepared to face another challenge. So however you get through your challenges is giving you ritual. The same way you do everything is the same way you do anything. So if your first inkling is to run to the spirit for comfort and support, continue to do it. If you feel disconnected from the spirit, do what you need to do to reconnect. Meditate and ground yourself. If you know there's issues that the spirit is bringing to you so that you can pour into you and prepare you for what's coming in this new cycle, then do it. Whether it is counseling for grief, abandonment issues, how to face fears, and how to change. Yeah, it's something that you need to speak up about. It's definitely something that you need to speak up about. They brought that card earlier. We just shuffled. They brought it back. They really wanted to say that. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. Speak out. Venus energy. They said that before we started with the sun. So it is strength here. There is a new year. Welcome to the new year, 12/21. Tomorrow, 12/22 is the new year for those who follow the sun, like me and you. Anywho, they did write Venus on the pad before we started. We talked about her, and she came out again to say, yeah, this is a part of the energy. Your heart is filled with compassion, and we said get understanding, the crown chakra. Your heart is filled with compassion and understanding. Embrace this emotional intelligence, for your heart is a beacon that radiates love into the world. So if your heart is heavy and it's grief stricken, right, it's conflicted because there's things that the spirit did not make you aware of, then you need to process it because your heart is a part of your power. Libra, it's a lot of balancing. Justice is here. Things that result from the fairness that are going to be shown to you. Decisions. And you have to cooperate with the spirit. The spirit is going to do what it wants to anyway. So if you don't cooperate, you only hurting you. Who are you? What are your desires and what are your actions? What are you going to do? We definitely see sacrifice here, hangman energy. And then again, there's that other card, the ninth house, spiritual values. Yeah. What do you need to share? What do you need to speak out about? What do you need to say? We do see resurrection and getting to the heart of an issue. Yeah, do or die kind of energy. I don't want to show that, but it's there. Yeah, beliefs, and that's that Taurus energy. So again, the energy of May could be coming through. It's something about the endings. Because we see 13, 9. 9 is a release. And then we see 13 again, and it's breaking down to 4. Because 13 and 9 is 13. So I'm going to show this again because I don't know how many people may resonate with those numbers. 832, 369. 832 breaks down to 13. 369 breaks down to 9. If you add 13 and 9, it comes back to the number 13. Breaks down. 23, 5 is coming through. 23. And that's 5. 5 and 4 is 9. It's giving me the number 9. Number 9, number 4, stability. 23. And we had to play on the number 23 and the number 32. So that could also be significant for you. Make sure you take another look. Make sure your math be mathing. Make sure the math is mathing. Something mysterious is hidden. I'm seeing this 10. North Node, Ascension, Jupiter. Granting of something. Granting of good fortune and blessings are coming through. North Node, there's going to be success in a new cycle, but it's coming with a lot of ending. And I think the North Node card came out in this cosmic deck as well. And it's showing it again. What is it that's stretched around? It almost looked like a salamander. Doesn't that look like the salamander that's on the King of Wands card? Somebody tell me. I'm feeling King of Wands. It's a salamander. That'd be like... It's indicative of King of Wands. It's something with that. Damn, where is he? Because in his deck, he burning some shit the fuck up. Queen and the King of Wands is together. And we talked about them in this read, and they're together in this deck. It's something about this right here that I'm picking up. It's something with him particularly. And on his coat is a salamander. I don't know if y'all can see that. But that's the energy that I get that's wrapped around here. That's so weird. I never paid that no attention. There's going to be success. If something with this King of Wands transition, it's going to lead to some sort of come up, some sort of ascension for the person that's left behind to have to take over their position. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what we're getting. Yeah, it's something about, you're going to have help to do what you need to do. 7 of Wands, the Temperance Angel protects you, gives you strength to continue to go forward, to persevere. Yeah, it's something that's going to happen after this balancing or the justice or things being made right. This person moving away, going forward, is giving up the fight. They will release it. Yeah, they're going to a new beginning. Yeah, and things are going to shift. They're going to change. Like somebody's whole world, their whole world as Queen of Wands is going to be different. Damn. I love y'all. I got to go. This was a long, long episode. We didn't think it was going to go this long, but the spirit needed to get some stuff out and really like work it through. So thank you for being so patient while we do for the ingredients that come together. For the benefit of self, first and foremost, but mostly for the benefit of you, for who resonate and who's going through. I love you. I do. I love you just like I love me because that's my capacity. right? It's growing on a daily, 1%, you know, that's pretty much it. Um, we thank you for growing with us. For, something about strength. Because we did see the sun card come up a lot in strength. So the willpower to get through. Let the Alpha and Omega come in to be vulnerable with them, to say the things that you feel, but for some reason you have a hard time saying it, even onto the spirit. They said they already know. They just want you to say it because it's something about you saying it that helps you hear it. So do that, right? Happiness. And we see that yellow energy and determination is coming through. So it is something about that sun energy. No matter how capable a person is, no matter how important a goal has ever, no goal has ever been achieved without determination. And the Queen of Wands is very determined, right? It is the drive to fulfill our potential, the ability to concentrate on what needs to be done without distraction. It is what separates the merely talented from the achiever of greatness. I have huge potential to flourish in life, and I will never lose sight of what I want to achieve. So somebody is going toward that. I don't know. See, now I feel like, crying. I feel purgy energy. Happiness. Happiness does not come from material gains or the pursuit of perfection. It comes from within self. It shouldn't be treated as a target or a goal, but rather as an ongoing process. We each have the power to nurture our own happiness. And this comes from leading an open, honest, and loving life. It's something about the life that you lead that's coming into this as well. Leadership and how you move forward. It says, as well as learning to take control of our own emotions and stay mindful of all the good things. Four of Pentacles, they did, right? So, in the Four of Cups, which is like taking control of your emotions, of your own energy, and being able to stay stable within yourself, within your temple. Four of Wands, which is, your house, you. It says, there are so many things in my life to be happy about, and I choose to be happy. Choose to be happy. Even in the morning, let it be joyful. To the next now, I love you so much. Just like the A&O that called us to be, the infinite intelligence breathing. Because the word still lives, beloved. That there's no ending. That's what they're giving me. Like infinity. Ending to begin again. Omega, Alpha. There's truly no end. So, does it still live? Yes. Of course it is. This one's done. I shape beloved. Mwah.